The story of Trevor and Sypha, taken place in the city of Greshit. There Trevor Belmont, a wandering vampire hunter, met Sypha Belnadis, a nomad scholar, and a sorceress. How have they met? It all began when Belmont was sent on a quest, which required him to delve in the catacombs of Greshit, to find a lost speaker and bring their body back. He didn't take on this task for money or glory, he did it for an apple. Jokes aside, he wanted to ensure the safety of the speakers, knowing the locals will seek to harm them. Knowing the speaker he looking for has been missing for long, he recognized that he's about to face danger. Trevor isn't invincible, things are rarely going smooth for him, there are many close calls when he fights. It's made me appreciate the effort he puts and the risk he takes on, for the sake of others. But most of all, I appreciated the finesse behind his skills. No supernatural power or magic. Just a man with preparation, skills and the right tools for the job. As soon as Sypha was released from the Cyclops' spell, she tried to make Trevor stay and clear the way of monsters, to the sleeping soldier, without even thanking him for the monster he already slew for her. Way to be stone cold. Sypha and her Gramps reunite thanks to Trevor's rescue. Which he is thanked for, not by Sypha of course. After all, she got a reputation to keep. What a role model. After he made sure the speakers are somewhere safe, Trevor, once again puts his neck on the line for their sake, fighting corrupted priests. Trevor clearly shows he's trained in more than just taking on mindless monsters, showing a mastery of a variety of weapons as he flies like a butterfly and stings like a spear. As he exhales in relief for making it through yet another fight, he pushes himself to keep on running from the people of Greshit, up until he ended up out of breath and surrounded. Suddenly, Sypha the stone-cold savage shows up to help with that classic mage crowd control moves. Part of me hoped she would have recognized Trevor's efforts, bravery, and kindness, as it's already the second time he is fighting on their behalf, free of charge. I should have known better. She did recognize Trevor has fought for her. However, as far as she was concerned, she didn't ask for his help and was letting him know she fights for herself. Last time she tried fighting for herself it didn't go very well, but I can see why she forgot about it since it happened way back in the Stone Age. Trevor, using the knowledge he has as a vampire hunter, wasted no time taking command of the situation, getting the people of Greshit prepared to deal with the demon's attack. Trevor created a strategy that worked well, not thanks for his commanding skills, or Sypha's magical powers, but the utter incompetence of the demons that attacked, and some thick plot armor. If only the demons were capable of getting airborne or something, or at the very least had some kind of a ranged ability. One of the demons remembered they can shoot and prepared a large fireball. Sypha's ice walls blocked any path of escape for the people that were standing right in front of an incoming fireball. Fortunately, the fireball was effective at getting the job done, as a speaker mage at the catacombs. The night monsters appeared pathetic and weak when all it took was some salt, swords and a few unprofessional hands to wield them to slay the demons effortlessly. Her ice walls here were about as useful as a toothless zombie. Sypha's elemental speaker magic go rapidly from useless to overpowered or unstoppable. Either it does nothing or just one-shot anything. Now that I think about it, it's the same with Trevor's whip, sometimes it only hit thing without explosion. Belnadis and Belmont about to reach a series of Tomb Raiders game checkpoints. Trevor tried to shield Sypha from the fall, using his own body. Without knowing she would use her speaker magic to soften the blow. They roll and tumble into checkpoint number 1. Trevor's protectiveness of Sypha didn't end there, because, next, he runs and grabs Sypha's by the hand. Making sure they're not going to get crushed by enormous death traps. As they reach checkpoint number 2, Sypha using her speaker magic to save herself. Trevor barely made it to the giant gear wheel. Trevor makes his way to Sypha, uses his whip to help her cross, then struggles by himself getting across with no help at all. After they made it got to checkpoint number 3. At this point I started to think there is some good reason Sypha acted the way she did towards Trevor. It seems she knew something that wasn't revealed at the time. There is no way it's just random. All these drops and falls got me thinking how Trevor sent the speakers to hide in the catacombs, the same catacombs that's supposed to lead to the sleeping soldier. And I was just wondering how? Also why everything keeps falling apart. Alucard has only been asleep for a little over a single year, recovering from the wounds Dracula inflicted. Before Dracula started his war on humanity. Preparation for said war was also a single year. So the writers expect me to just accept that Alucard had the time to build all this Prince of Persia level under the city while wounded and still had extra time to take a nap all in something like a year? Seems legit. Alucard rises from his coffin asking, "Why you're here?" To which I'd reply by saying, "Gravity." They're fallen for like 5 minutes straight to get there. And that raises two questions. 1. Was this the way he expected them to get to him? After all, he was waiting for a hunter and a scholar to show up. 2. How are they supposed to get out of there? We never actually got to see them leave. Anyway, Trevor is completely skeptical regarding the sleeping soldier story. All he saw is a vampire he needs to slay. Sypha on the other hand, believed in the story. She had her reasons, but to be fair to Trevor here, the story doesn't add up. Alucard claims the death traps were just machines, and they weren't meant for them. But the first place Sypha looked for the sleeping soldier had a Cyclops and it was the Cyclops a machine? That bleeds? Alucard and Trevor start to fight to the death and Sypha isn't happy about it, but not to the point to actually do anything about it. As great as this fighting scene was to watch, I was really getting distracted by the fact Sypha waited literally until they almost both killed each other to stop the fight. At least when she talked to Alucard, she made it clear she knew Trevor saved her. Alucard then asked Sypha if she knows the full story about the sleeping soldier. Sypha said, yes and blushed. Alucard told them the story of some kind of a prophecy. That the sleeping soldier is waiting for a scholar and a hunter. I think maybe the reason she blushed, was that according to the prophecy, the scholar and the hunter are bound by fate to fall in love with one another, and that's why Sypha is so hard on Trevor. Teasing and testing him. And if it's true, I wonder, how long she knew he's the one? Whether you agreed or not, I hope you had an excellent time watching my video. See y'all in the next one.